Stephen Colbert insults Karoline Leavitt on live TV, but her comeback stuns everyone. Tonight on Broadway drama, sparks fly under the studio lights as late-night titan Stephen Colbert meets his match. You won't believe what Karoline Leavitt said after Colbert's on-air insult. Stay tuned, because this one gets fiery. The atmosphere was electric on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert when political firebrand Karoline Leavitt took the stage. What was supposed to be a standard promotional interview turned into one of the most jaw-dropping moments in late-night TV history, and it all started with one insult. As the audience chuckled through Colbert's usual opening banter, Leavitt kept her composure, calm, collected, and confident. But halfway through the segment, Colbert fired off a remark that made the room freeze. Maybe if you spent less time defending lost causes and more time reading the facts, you'd understand how comedy works, Colbert quipped, flashing his trademark smirk. The audience gasped. Cameras caught Leavitt's eyes narrow for just a second, and then came the clapback no one saw coming. Without missing a beat, she leaned forward and replied, "Stephen, I've read enough to know when someone hides behind jokes because they're afraid of the truth. You call it comedy, I call it deflection." The audience didn't know whether to cheer or stay silent. A few brave souls clapped, then the energy exploded. Colbert tried to pivot, but Leavitt wasn't done. "You can make fun of me, my party, or my beliefs," she said, her voice sharp but steady. "But when your show stops being about humor and starts being about humiliation, that's not entertainment, that's ego." The tension could be cut with a knife. Even the band fell quiet. Colbert, visibly taken aback, tried to throw in a self-deprecating joke, but the moment had shifted, the crowd's sympathy had swung toward Leavitt. For the rest of the segment, Colbert looked like a man trying to steer a sinking ship. By the end, Leavitt had managed to turn what began as an ambush into a standing ovation-worthy moment. Viewers flooded social media with clips and hot takes. One viral comment read, "Colbert tried to roast her, and ended up the one getting burned." Another user tweeted, "She handled him with more grace and confidence than most politicians twice her age." The fallout continued long after the cameras stopped rolling. Analysts, fans, and even rival networks jumped in to replay the exchange frame by frame. Some called it a masterclass in composure under pressure. Others labeled it the night Colbert's jokes backfired. One thing's for sure, the next time Leavitt steps into a studio, no one will underestimate her again. What started as a joke turned into a headline that rocked the internet. Was Stephen Colbert out of line, or did Karoline Leavitt just prove she's unshakable under fire? Comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Broadway drama moments that shake the stage.